Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We're living in a time where learning is no longer limited by geography, age, or life circumstance. And that shift is transforming lives around the world. And today's conversation, Education Without Borders, how online learning is transforming lives worldwide, is about possibility, access, and the courage to keep growing. I am Victoria Ferrer, a business instructor, adjunct business instructor from Jodapris Christian University. I'm proud to be part of Jodapris Christian University. And I am a firm believer of education without borders. I am honored to welcome Dr. Osako Marie Gemmel, a visionary educator and institution builder whose work has opened doors for learners across cultures and continents. Dr. Marie is deeply committed to creating educational pathways that are accessible, relevant, and grounded in real world impact. Again, welcome, Dr. Marie. And I wanted to ask you, when you say education without borders, what does that really look like in the lives of real people you have served?
Wow, that's a very good question to start with, Miss Victoria. And let me say thank you. Thank you for inviting me on this platform today. It is a privilege to always work with you. And I believe your presence in this organization has brought a lot of light. So we want to say thank you for allowing me to be here and answering the questions that you have. Yes, at Jodapris Christian University, we value education and we say it's education without borders. What does that mean? It means at Jodapris Christian University, anybody from anywhere, from any background, from any race, they can register as long as they have that they want to pursue an academic goal, they want to achieve and explore horizons and see what can they do with their degree, or even if they're not sure which path they want to take on the academic line of work, we can definitely work with them. So education is no longer restricted of you trying to commute to go to a college. You need to fly to go to a university across the globe. Yes, there are people who want to do that, and we're not going to say no to them. But for people who have busy life, people who don't want to leave their work, they don't want to disturb their family routine, they don't want to get out of job to go fly and go on campus somewhere, yes, they can still get access to education. And I'm saying here we are in the United States, but you may be in Europe, you may be in Asia, in Africa, wherever you are. If you want to join Jodapris Christian University, technology can help you connect with your professors, being in a classroom like you are in on-campus classroom. So our classes being given on Zoom allow people to join from wherever planet they are in, whatever place they can join us on Zoom and we can work together. So we work across cultures, we work across even language. Language is no longer a barrier. At the Jodapris University, we have teachers who can teach in English. There are some who can teach in French. So for now, we kind of restrict to those two languages. We're not saying that's how it's gonna be. Pretty soon, we're gonna be adding languages as we're moving along. So we just want people to understand that distance, culture, background is no longer a stop if you want to further your education.
That's amazing, Dr. Marie. And I'm sure the viewers are listening intently to what you are saying. So, what do you think are the biggest barriers that stop people around the world from pursuing education? And how does online learning help remove them, these barriers?
That is a very, very concern for a lot of people because, especially if you found yourself with a very good job. There are times where somebody has a bachelor and they land a very good job. Other time they don't feel like they need to do their masters. They need to go for a PhD. But as they're studying and as the world is evolving, you found out that your bachelor that you had 10 years ago, right now, it does not really compete on the market. And you want to, because you've worked for 10 years, you know what you're doing, you have experience. So you want to have also a degree that shows that you master what is going on in your career. So you want a master degree. And you don't want to leave your job to go to school, right? So some constraints can be like, somebody does not want to leave their job to go back to school. Some people, they just don't want to commute, even though the school may be, let's say, an hour away. They just don't want to commute because it's time that you're wasting in that traffic. And there are also some constraints that are related to cost. Higher education can be expensive. So paying school, it's not given to everybody. Because sometimes it's a fortune. You need to spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to go back to school. And sometimes people feel like, it's just too much money to spend. So there are a lot of barriers like that can stop somebody, even though they have the willingness to go back to school, but because of the high costs, because of the commute, because of the I need to fly to go to another country to go take school. Maybe I have some cultural, restriction, it's kind of hard to integrate in other culture. So there are a lot of barriers. I can start counting them. And if we need to exhaust the list, it's going to be a very long list, but there are a lot of barriers that can stop somebody from furthering their education.
That's right. And Jodapris is there at, to help out and remove these barriers. So we hear many adults say, I missed my chance. What would you say to someone watching right now who still wants to learn but feels it's too late?
When it comes to education, I always say it's never too late. It's never too late to pursue your education. Because guess what? You are probably 40, 50, and you did not have a chance to have your bachelor, to have your master. Maybe you have admired a PhD degree for a long time, but you tell yourself, now I'm 50, I'm 60, I cannot do that anymore. Education, it's not just for young people. I always say we are going to study for the rest of our lives. The day you say, I'm no longer going to study, that means you just dig the grave beside you, because only dead people can say they're not going to school, they're not going to study. As long as you have breath in you, as long as God has given you that grace to learn. We learn every day, and we learn different ways. So Jodapris is opening doors, not just for young people, but also for adults. So we do embrace everybody who wants to go back to school. We offer certification. You can certify in different disciplines, in different fields. If you just want to certify in the work that you've been doing for quite some time and you want to get a certificate in that, we can work with you. If you want to get a degree program, you want to get your associate, your bachelor, your master, your PhD, we can work with you as long as it's in the lines of business. So under business, we have a lot in that umbrella. You can have your degree in economics. You can have business administration. You can have HR, a lot of degrees and majors that are under the business umbrella. And also, if we offer also theology. So if you want to have a full degree program in theology, you will be the most welcome here. Also, we offer linguistics. We have two sides of linguistic courses. We have people who want to have a degree in English, then you can have a degree in English. And also we have ESL for people who want to learn English as a second language, second, third, fourth. I don't know how many languages you speak, but as one of the language that you want to add on your on the languages that you speak, yes, ESL we offer. So we offer all of this, and it is open to everybody. As long as you want to go back to school, we can help.
So, Dr. Marie, if someone watching this live interview is standing at the crossroads, unsure whether to take the next step in their education, what question should they ask themselves first?
Wow, that is deep. So they're at the crossroad. Let me try to imagine with you. So they're at the crossroad. They're thinking, should I go back to school or not? I will ask this person, what is your goal? Who do you know? When we were 5, 6, 7 years old, they used to ask us, who are you going to be when you grow up? Right? We can still ask that question today. Who do you want to be when you grow up? Are you happy where you are right now? Academically speaking, because you may be happy because you have a lot of money, you have everything that you need, but academically speaking, are you happy where you are right now? So if you say no, then yeah, let's talk. Let's see where you are and figure out if there is any way we can help you achieve your academic goals.
Yeah, that's true. So, Dr. Marie, as we come to a close, we want to invite all of them to pause for a moment. If something you heard today sparked a thought, a memory, or even a quiet maybe about your own learning journey, honor that. Is there something else you would like to mention, Dr. Marie?
Yes, definitely. So what I want to say is we started already. The school is open. We open already early this month in January, but every 6 weeks we start a new term and we take new students. So if you missed the opening session in January, please join us. We're going to have another one by mid-February. So if you join us now, we can get you prepared, because there are some steps that you need to fill in to make sure that you are ready for the second term or the coming up term. So whenever you get this message, if you're interested in school, you want to learn more on how you can go back to school, and you want to study online, you don't want to disturb your everyday routine, please contact the number 217-318-9081. You can call this number directly. You can WhatsApp this number, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. If you want to learn more, you can also go on the website. You can go on www.jodaprisuniversity.com. Jodapris is spelled like you see it here, Jodapris Live Talk Studio. So it's JODAPRIS university.com. There you'll find more information. Reach out if you can, and we'll be happy to help you continue or furthering your education.
That's amazing. So, viewers, wherever you are, please think about what Dr. Marie has just discussed. Sometimes the most powerful step is simply becoming curious and asking better questions about what's possible. And if you want to continue this conversation, as Dr. Marie said, learn more or simply explore options at your own pace, we're here as a resource. No pressure, just guidance. Remember, education doesn't rush you, it meets you where you are. So, thank you to the viewers. We would like to hear from you. Please drop a comment, send us a message, or revisit this conversation. You are more than welcome, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you so much for inviting me. Bye.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Dr. Marie, for this wonderful opportunity.
You're welcome.